Oh, so I picked the up out of.
I see you've let the trim switch flow. No surprises there. It flew because those valves are overheating in this heat wave. Keep them cool with the fan, pointed up and down to cool whichever valve is overheating. And to keep an eye on the fan's power switch. It's as useless as, well, you, frankly. It keeps switching off and you'll need to turn it back on again when it does. The gauge in the front view will give you an indication when things are hotting up, and hopefully even someone with your attention span will hear the damn thing sizzling. Don't lose control of the room. Bozeman out.
Let's take a quick peek at tonight's...
I'm sweating like Peter Clement in an opera license here.
Okay, we're working on it.
What, you've got someone to hose down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped on their wax wings.
Classical illusions are no substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like disrupts.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
10 seconds, everybody.
So, we've got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for
It is.
you? Going in 5, 4, 3.
You guys got some pizza?
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
Ever since these illegal sanctions were imposed, we have gratefully relied upon trade and aid from our worldwide friends who, like us, refuse to recognise their legitimacy. Today's escalation, however, is nothing short of an act of war. We call upon our international allies to condemn this blockade absolutely, and we warn aggressors to this country that we are neither meek nor defenceless. Thank you.
Fall from grace. Once a celebrated role model in the world of sports, Johnny Hamsleys has fallen to new lows. After his failed TV comeback attempt, time seemed to be hard for this former athlete, who was photographed this week on the streets of the capital in what a former teammate called an unrecognisable state. It seems the faded footballing legend has resorted to panhandling to make ends meet, after losing his sizable fortune and any remaining public respect. One witness even claimed they'd seen Johnny with a sign stating, "We'll do kicks for hand." In it to win it. Exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Bitter pill. Is this the beginning of for responsibility? The male contraceptive pill, lauded by scientists as a remarkable achievement, has been widely rejected by the public. Sales of the revolutionary drug have been non-existent, with many claiming the world simply wasn't ready for such a shift in radical reproductive politics. Relentless CEO Sophia Remington has refused to bow to public pressure and give up on the treatment. Seen here outside Remington Cysts HQ, the dogged businesswoman called the failure a minor hiccup before reducing 2 reporters to tears. The cost of a captain. The trapped scientists awaiting rescue and entertained have today been told who will be leading the expedition to bring them home. The announcement of the newly appointed captain comes amid reports that a lack of public interest has hindered fundraising efforts. However, Doctors Wong and Sforsborg and Horgensford are said to be remaining hopeful despite financial concerns. Waving her normal fee, the team are calling the appointment of Captain Audrey Aerospace a real boon. Yet how will one of the most experienced and well-respected leaders in their field handle a journey with a budget lower than an accountant's honeymoon? Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt? And what exactly do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News. But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there? How's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns at the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
That sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington Spitz. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, compliment. And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
But actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Yeah? We need to evolve gills within 40 years. Here it just says, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that.
Shit.
There you go, much better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this?
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running out.
Absolutely right.
Time is
all we
running
have time
out.
for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest. Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
Here with science. I'm Megan Wolf. Back to you. Here with science.
Megan Wolfare, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's Team Membership Lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel? Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient. But we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with...
I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the guttering.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh.
I like to keep them intact for my collection.
How unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato. So Gary,
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
there's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no,
That's
my
cool.
boss said I had to sign up to keep
1300
coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No.
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
Oh,
Are you all right?
yes, it's coming. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Today on the show, there's no news.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at all blue eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. Good. We just recently voted the smelliest town in the country, and I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you.
You can tell that. Look at him, proud as punch.
Do you know what it's like, son? Being the second smelliest town?
No, I don't.
Living in the shadow of Arseminster. Those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
What, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built Flage factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your...
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the fume valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, this stinking old tramp?
Next according is a period of randomly...
Sexy Patrick Bannon, he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm like a stallion. My shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Oh man.
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
No, Dottie. Was that you? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
He'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy. Right,
Thanks, Barry. With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak, when we come back, I'll be talking to three members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
The next guest has some unsuitable opinions for the evening news. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for subversive talk. It would be nice if you could try not to undermine the station tonight. People are starting to notice you now.
Huh?
Will automatically be entered into a lottery to win
That's what I'm talking about.
life-enhancing prizes.
Past football? We should be doing an interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grenfell Downs. Even the weather be more fucking relevant than this.
Class public services, and it's absolutely free.
Exactly,
Just be sure
which is
to have
what
your team
people's minds
membership
should be very
card
much
with you
on
at
things.
all times.
Christ, it's
It
so
really is
fucking
that
hot.
simple.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds.
Team membership
Over
cards.
yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop
After the
feeling
team.
sorry for yourself for
And
5,
the team will look after you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Night in News. Welcome back to your host, the National Night in News. Donaldson, your host. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by three guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
People tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come on, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just reminded that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
It was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say.
Wow, we may have to end that there, unfortunately. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. And Ginger Tammy with a world-class pair of penalty balls. Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go.
Not you.
Hand him up once.
Enough! That's enough! That's enough! Enough!
What are you doing?
Try not to piss myself.
Holy shit.
Don't you dare!
Alex, cut.
Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Dare cut to the ads before I tell you. You in the broadcast centre. Both Little Cape Centre. You listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football. We are on the brink of a siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my hiccups have stopped. I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go. Before I change my mind. Now, go. Before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Jenny, lock the doors.
Yes,
Lock
Jeremy.
the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Good. Yes. Now. Good. Right. Yes. You in the broadcast centre. You in the broadcast centre. You listen to me. Alex. You pay attention. Listen to me. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of your machines. And when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. All cameras.
Alex, I know I've doubted your competence, but surely even you know better than to play that tape. We don't take orders from armed lunatics. Play a normal advert, or there will be consequences.
Over now, we're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance. Are the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape. Play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
Did it?
By killing this man.
Dude, fucking.
Reset the system for the third second.
Alex, you're going to get me in trouble with
Oh,
that.
hold on.
Let's hope you made the right call.
You've seen our symbols on your walls. You've heard them talk about us on the news. We are Disrupt. We are the Resistance. It's time you knew the truth. You know advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a burden. You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership card is an ID card, no matter what they try to tell you. But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies. Well, this is not a movie.
My name is Alan James.
Whoa.
I used to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment. But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They are coming for the fruits of our labors. They will take our wealth. They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns. But you don't have to accept it. A great many people already won't. You can resist. You can disrupt. Find us. Talk with us. Join us. It isn't hard. We're everywhere.
This was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off.
Please, don't do any more stupid things today. Please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long, Jenny? How long?
You're already lying. You're already lying.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National Joining me, unexpectedly, for I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News, and is someone I consider, well, a friend. Well, and next to her is, what's your name?
Andy.
What's your name? Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official. He's a community cohesion official. Sorry?
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. The force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
Couldn't or wouldn't? I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny? We'll come back to you later.
I don't want to be on the news, Jeremy. Don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
That's perfectly understandable. We'd want to do this. Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? The National Nightly.
It was the news everyone trusted. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss?
Big Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger. No. I didn't know. No. The people I met were with... He wasn't there. I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know it was
Seriously.
Alan James.
I'm sorry. Alan. Seriously. Fucking James. You're flushing your life down the toilet. God, I love you, Jeremy, but...
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country.
Not right.
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you know it, Jenny. And you at home, you know it too. And you at home, you know it too. I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, Paul. What a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're not saying anything. What are all those scientists working on at Grentham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make it.
Bank of America? Gonna have to go to. Better do it on your computer. Comes the window browser.
So fucking useful. Your turn. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you. You eat these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
I don't understand.
Do you want my help, Andy?
Yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
Security are here,
What?
Jeremy.
Eat it. Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Jeremy,
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop.
Eat it, you bully.
Jeremy,
We will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that. Please, don't make me watch that.
Of course. You're right. Of course. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. Then nearly done. Then nearly done. All cameras on me. All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so... seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again. If you care. Again. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of who shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves. Anyway, that's why I arranged for you to see that broadcast in the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him. But I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ is also fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Never tried. I loved the news. And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
I've tried my best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry.
All right, hold on.
I've lost the fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't cut to the ads. Please, we can't show
My name's Jeremy Donaldson.
Do it now!
My name's Jeremy. If you can.
Do it now!
Somehow. And I envy you if you can. Have a peaceful night.
Jeremy!
This summer, your little one...
That was crazy. So much going on. This is one of those games. Huh?
Carousel. Roller coaster.
I feel like I saw
Tell
it.
you what we do have. Danger cars.
Is there a Walmart bag anywhere?
This
Or a Smith's bag?
Stay with us in our rustic accommodation.
Man, that was crazy. One of the dudes fucking right behind you. Damn, I forgot that I was even plugged in. That shit has me. Oh, weird. You okay? Woo, that was crazy.